Right, shalom to the elect of Israel. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles, a great millstone that taught us this truth. Right, it's going to be another lesson. All right, I'm going to be speaking about how bullets can't stop prophecy. All right, because we know we're in the last days of the rulership of the wicked, which are these so-called white people, which are the Edomites, and they are going to trust in their blessing, which is the sword. Okay, they're going to go to what they always go back to, right, which is the sword. All right, and on their weapons, their ammunition, their bullets, all of that stuff. But that is not going to stop their downfall. That is not going to stop the Lord rising up his elect, and the scriptures speak about the spiritual power that the elect are going to receive, and how the men of the Lord are going to be, uh, you know, basically through the spirit of the Lord, the men of the Lord are going to be an unstoppable force, all right, and actually going to receive power and help to destroy and tear down the kingdom of the wicked, okay, by waiting upon the Lord. That's where it ultimately comes down to, because the scriptures tell us to wait upon the Lord, and he's going to raise us, the elect with power. All right, so I'm going to get the first scriptures. This is Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Okay, so we know that these Edomites are going to come down with great wrath, all right? Like the scriptures tell us, they're going to come like madmen, sparing none, seeking to devour and destroy those that fear the Lord, which is the elect, right? And they're going to be coming after the prophets. They're going to be coming after the men of the Lord, those that have been standing in boldness and exposing the wickedness of this kingdom. And so the Lord is going to have a way where the men of the Lord, they're going to be delivered. They're going to escape. All right. They're going to have angels, okay, surrounding them. They're going to have deliverance, and they're going to have the means to protect themselves, okay, or to be preserved, okay, and that can come in various forms that the Lord wills. All right, so when these Edomites think they're gonna come and put people in concentration camps, or gather them up, arrest them, capture them, when it comes to the men of the Lord is gonna have something special for them. Those that were out there in the elements, the highways and byways, and teaching and prophesying and exalting the name of the Lord is going to have it to where these Edomites ain't going to overcome us, even with their sword, even with their bullets, their ammunition, and whatever they come with. Okay, now you got all these movies that they like to make. These Marvel movies, these comic books. You got Luke Cage. All right, now that was a character, all right, which they got him as, a Jake, so-called black man, so-called Negro. All right, and he can actually, he's bulletproof, bullets don't penetrate his skin. They can shoot all their bullets at him. They just be bouncing off, man. They make movies like The Matrix, all right, where you had Neo, when his faith was built up to a certain point, bullets couldn't touch him. All right, he would control the bullets. So in these last days, how much more the men of the Lord? You know, the Lord is going to do miracles with the men of the Lord. All right, let me get this precept. Okay, so this is Matthew's chapter 17 and verse 20. It says, and Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief of, okay, let me read into it a bit. Matthew 17 and verse 17, it says, then Yahushua answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. And Yahushua rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. Okay, so the disciples, they inquired of the Lord, you know, why they couldn't basically cast out these demons, man, from this child. Okay, and they're gonna inquire it and find out why. Okay, and notice the first thing, you know, our Lord, you know, was saying was, you know, about faith, you know, because it takes faith, okay, for miracles. Okay, now it says, then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, why could not we cast him out? And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Okay, so that's the thing. The Lord said, because of that unbelief, that's important. We need to believe. Belief is important in this thing. Belief is important and key to miracles. Belief, you know, that's most important, you know, because it says with faith, when you believe, even if it's you know, if it's small, all right, that goes a long way, because it says, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. So even the biggest things that are, you know, that we face, you know, we can overcome. You know, we can do the impossible, because the impossible is possible with the Lord when you believe. You know, it's funny, man. You know, it makes me think about that Whitney Houston song, man. You know, which is a, you know, an amazing song. That she had that song, you know, who knows what miracles, you know, can happen when you believe. You know, roughly quoting that record that she had, that she sang. But that's true. You know, miracles, they happen from belief, man. Okay, because it's all from the Lord, and the Lord is pleased when you have faith. All right. So in these last days, when we're in life-threatening situations, you know, and we're trusting in the Lord is gonna have miracles happen. Okay, we're in the last days, man. How is that not going to be the case? We're in the last days and times where things are going to be the worst that they've ever been on the planet, at a time that's never been before. And you think, you know, people out there that, you know, will scoff, talking about, you know, superpowers, like them vocabs, like these other scoffers. But that's, you know, they're faithless. They're the ones that don't believe. But the scriptures tell you, so what if some did not believe? Shall they make the faith without, make the faith? Let me get it, man. In Romans chapter 3 and verse 3, it says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai without effect? God forbid. Yeah, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. So just because some people don't believe, does that mean that the effect of these prophecies aren't going to happen? Does that mean that the word of the Lord is not going to manifest on the earth? Does that mean that just because you have naysayers and those that don't believe, does that mean that the Lord is not going to manifest miracles for his men? for the elect. It says, God forbid, man. So to hell with the people that don't believe. Their belief is not required, man, because they're irrelevant. They're the ones that are going to believe when it's in their face and when it happens, when it's too late. Like the scriptures tell you, right? Which I'll jump to Psalms. This is Psalms 110 and verse 3. It says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast the dew of thy youth. So you're going to have those who are people, they're going to want to hear the truth. They're going to want to follow in the correct path and the ways of this word when they see the power that the Lord gives unto the chosen, the men of the Lord. All right. When they have the power to destroy, when they have the power to judge, real power, and people are getting judgment, man. Their heads are getting twisted and torn off. They're being, when lasers are shooting out of our eyes. All right. When the men of the Lord are flying, man, when they're tearing up buildings and concrete and ripping up all these, the major cities like Brightburn, that day is coming. Okay. That's prophecy. The scriptures tell you that. Okay. So let's go and get it, man. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 28. It says, hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting power, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. Yeah, so we serve a power that is, that doesn't sleep, that doesn't need, there's none of these things that are, weaknesses in the flesh. We serve a power that is all powerful. All right. It says, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. Okay, because we're in this fleshly body. You got, those of different ages, but we got ailments and different challenges in the flesh, man. Some, ain't physically, the strongest, but in that time, the Lord is going to give us more strength. Okay. It says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. Right. So they're going to have the ability to fly. All right. Like the movies you see, like Hancock, um, you name it. All right. All the superhero movies that they show you is really talking about Israelites, man. Don't matter how they depict them. They might have, looking like a, so-called white man or whatever. But all these powers is really talking about Israelites, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And really the elect, because you're going to have those that are scattered, and they might look like a so-called white man, might look like, whatever nation they've been scattered in, because it's about the father's lineage. It's about the elect. So this is what the Lord has coming. Okay, it says they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Right, so that's power. All right, and the Lord is going to renew our strength. He's going to allow us to have these supernatural, extraordinary abilities. All right, and these elites, higher ups, they know this. Why do you think they put it in their movies? Why do you think that they're trying to they got all these super soldiers? Why do you think they got all of this technology, the drones and all these ammunitions and weapons? But ultimately it's not going to stop prophecy, okay, which is that the fact that this man's kingdom is going to be destroyed, man. And it starts with our Lord, okay, but he's going to allow the men of the Lord to tear this kingdom apart as well, man. This is Daniel 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. So an everlasting rulership on the earth, a righteous kingdom is going to be established. All right. And that's, it says the saints of the Most High are going to take it. So the Israelites, the men of the Lord, all right, it's gonna be a transition of power by force. Okay, it's gonna be the Israelites, and the kingdom is gonna be for the taking. Right, the Lord is gonna raise up his elect with power, and they are gonna take it. They're not gonna negotiate or ask or be polite. It's gonna be by force, man, and no bullets or nothing is gonna stop that. So I'm gonna close, all right? Because these Edomites, man, they trust in their sword, man. But what's gonna happen? And who gave them that blessing? That was the Lord. You know, the Lord gave them that blessing, man, and they're gonna lose it when it don't work, man. When it don't favor them no more. All right. So this is Jeremiah 51 and verse 20. It says, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms." Okay, so the elect, the Israelites, they're the Lord's battle axe and weapons of war. The Lord's men on the earth, are the ones that are going to be used, all right, to be breaking in pieces these nations, man. And we can't wait, man. We hope and pray we have that number that are the ones that are just tearing up all these concrete cities, man. The concrete jungle, man. This wicked kingdom. Bit by bit, piece by piece, man. And like to quote X-Men Apocalypse, from the ashes of their world, we'll build a better one. You know, we want to see that this wicked kingdom torn to pieces, man, and the Lord bring the that ultimate judgment with the nuclear missiles, all right, and coming with the army of angels, man, the chariot shooting lasers, and the elect being beamed up, changed, and having godlike powers, man. It says, "And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid." So notice it keeps saying with thee, with thee, with thee, with thee, with who? The elect, the men of the Lord. The Lord is going to use his men, right, to fulfill judgment upon these heathen nations, to tear down this wicked kingdom, right? So that's the blessing that's gonna be coming, man. They're gonna have power like Hulk, like like you know, you name it, man. Great strength, spiritual power, manipulating the elements. All right, and you think that in that day that any of these armies, tanks are gonna, stop the elect? You think bullets are gonna stop the elect? You think the sword, uh, uh um, you know, you name it, man. Any of these choppers, the helicopters, and all these military machinery, man, that's all gonna be broken pieces, man. The Lord's gonna put it on a plate, all right, because that spiritual power is gonna be above all those carnal things that these nations have, man. So I'm gonna end it there. I'll say all praises be to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Wahar Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. All right, and with that, to the elect, I'll say Shalom.